Now,
yeah,
we are behind, just like we're behind in almost everything. What I'm going to ask you something you may not be able to answer, but just share your.
Yeah, I will give you my opinion. Yes,
exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think we need to do for us as individuals, as business people? Okay, because sports is a business at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
mm-hmm.
how can we get African business people, African governments,
mm-hmm.
and African parents to see this thing, this industry of sports, as a vibrant possibility? How?
Yes. I think some people do understand the magnitude and the importance of sports, but not many, or not all, I would say. Because I can give the examples of Senegal.
Okay.
I can give the examples of Nigeria, South Africa. A lot of these African countries, especially governments, are beginning to invest, but we are lacking a lot more behind our usual like counterparts, especially the Europeans, the Asians. You go to Japan, football, even North Korea, football is being or sports, it's being promoted at the grassroots level, as well as policies created by governments and the governing bodies in order to create that environment. For me, I think it will have to take some individual brilliance and projects like this to succeed, for them to understand that they need to put their mouth in. Because I always say that this is a $1 billion project. This project I am doing.
Multiple $1 billion project.
Yes, but not many will believe that. Some people think I'm crazy, because to be honest, I will tell you this. I left the World Bank, a consultancy job, which I was earning fairly what can feed my family.
Yes.
And move to another level. But I had or happened to have a network both here in Africa, as well as in England, as well as in Europe, in Spain and Italy and Holland. And I believe that I can use this network to create more players like Sadio Mane. Giving you the example of Sadio.
Yeah.
He came from probably the lowest levels of society. And now he's on top of the world.
He's on top of the world.
Not Africa, because I call him the pride of Africa, because his comportment, his attitude, and everything is magnificent.
Yes.
We even plan to make him an ambassador for this project.
Okay.
Or the ambassador for this project. So we are planning, because when we were doing the pilot program, we went to his region called Casamance in Ziguinchor. We did the pilot there. We did the pilot, another one in Dakar, trials in Dakar, and trials in the Gambia. So we used 3 regions to test this. But we went on a television program in Dakar, an online TV, and our numbers were published for people to call, because we made it a free trials initially, just to test and see how people are interested. But I can tell you, we went on that program, I believe, on a Friday or on a Thursday, but it went completely 2 days. My project manager, or our project manager who was running the calls, we used our direct number. His phone was constantly busy. Because we have no choice. We do not have the servers and other opportunities to create that. So his phone was constantly ringing for 48 hours. The only time he will rest is when he has to turn it off.
Wow.
And these are women, mothers calling for their kids to be part of these trials. Aunties calling for their kids, fathers calling for their kids, and brothers and sisters. This made me understand what I got into. I knew what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
But that day, I acknowledged that we are into something which is going to be a phenomenon. But then again, moving forward, we did 2 parts of the pilots, that is the showcase trials, open trials in 3 regions. And then we created something called the super trial. So during that super trial, we called and invited all the talents we selected. We did this with a very good technician who we hired from England, called Jonathan Page. He came on and then we did the trials together. But unfortunately, he had to leave because we exhausted all the funds that we had and we had no sponsor. We had no more funding to move the project to the training. And in this training camp, we were expecting to have 2 coaches that were gonna come from Spain, one from Barcelona's La Masia, and another one who has been an ex-coach of Espanyol. So these were going to be brought by a partner of ours on a different project that we partnered with. So this is a $1 billion project.
Yeah.
Imagine we happen to enter every country in Africa to scout for talent. I said Africa's population is 1 billion plus, or a billion.
Yeah, 1.2 billion plus. Yeah.
1.2, 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
If we enter every country in Africa trying to search for the best talent, that means we are tapping into that whole 1.3 billion population.
Yeah.
Our audience reach could be nothing less than 1 billion. And this, we have not touched the people in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Africans in the diaspora.
Yeah.
So we can reach easily 500 million audience reach. And that alone, we know how valuable that is on social media or online or digital wise.
Yeah.
So this is a project I love to promote to the highest level. And I hope that we can have some genuine investors, partners, and sponsors to come on board, because these are some of our challenges that we're having right now. So I take you back to your point, but I just wanted to elaborate on the importance and the magnitude of what we are trying to do. Yeah.
Wow, Muhammad, this is interesting.
Imagine it is on Being Sports or on Super Sports or on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
We all know how Big Brother is. We all know how to get me out of here is. But the concept, I forgot to tell you, I picked it up. I have to give credit where credit is due. I took this concept from Simon Cowell back in England in 2006. Simon started the Pop Idol.
Yeah.
The Pop Idol, I understand he started it with probably £5 pounds in his account. But the idea, the concept grew.
And the concept has been taken by other, it's like a franchise.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So this is where I took this concept, because I knew it was going to be difficult to convince investors to come on board at that time.
Yeah.
But creating this extra layer to go as a global reality television program for football is going to be a phenomenon. And we have tested it now halfway, and we know that this is going to be great.
Good.
So all we want to do now is to move on. So everything I had, I invested it in this project. And surely we have this belief that it will pay dividend one day. And we will create a lot of more Sadio Manes, JJ Okochas, Didier Drogba's, Mohamed Salah's around the world, not only Africa.
Very good.
That is our vision.
Very good. Mohammed, I wish you the best on this project. I mean, I can see the success, but like you already know, this will be a very challenging thing. Okay, for it to succeed, you need to fight as hard as possible.